Everybody, welcome back. This is officially day 2. Didn't get to record everything yesterday, but we'll go over it right now. So this is kind of how we're sitting. So this side's a little bit off the tire. I may probably raise it a little bit more after I finish the back here. We're getting started on the back. I already have the car jacked up on both sides, and then this side we are up a lot higher, as you can tell. So definitely just got to do some minor adjustments. Definitely need an alignment. I suggest, if you are ever doing coilovers yourself, guys, get an alignment immediately after, because you're messing with, you know, your sway bar, your end links and stuff, and just your alignment period. So definitely gonna get an alignment today. That's why we're up early. It is officially 8:30 in the morning now, and it's already hot. So we're gonna try to get this thing going, get it started. The backs should be a lot easier than the fronts. Don't quote my words for that, because again, we're learning as we go, guys. But I just want to make this video so everybody who has the same questions that I did and spending hours trying to search up research on how to change coilovers specifically for your car, this is the reason why I'm making this video, because it was a little hard to find and pinpoint exactly everything I wanted to know. So I'm making this video so other people who are like me can understand and see what the struggles you're going to go through and the issues and solves to those issues, you know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and get started on the backs here. We're going to take the tires off and then we'll get started. All right, so we just got the tire off. I love this drill, by the way, and already see some fucked up stuff. So coming back here, looking at this coil or the spring, look at this. I don't think that's supposed to be loose like that. Like, I'm pretty sure I could take it off right now if I wanted to. But if we look right down in there, you can see where that crack is. It's cracked, completely broke. That is really, really sketchy. I was riding like that for I don't know how long, but I'm glad we're finally in here getting this fixed. Yeah, I can almost like just twist it out just by hand, which is gonna be kind of crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and rip this out. So I believe what we're gonna have to do is take these 2 bolts off. I think these were 17s, and then we're gonna drop down here and take these 2 off, and then that should allow us to move this down in order to get this out, I believe. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get this started. Why in heavens? Enter audio voiceover, because for the next 2.5 minutes I did not say anything because I was too focused on getting this long ass bolt out. And also, I don't know why I did not use that drill as I'm watching this back now to finish getting that bolt out anyway. Back to the video. I decided to speed this up because, like I said, I was not saying anything. As you can see, I'm finishing up getting that bolt out. The thing was ridiculous. These coilovers were ridiculous. They were in horrible shape. So I'm really glad I decided to finally upgrade and get some Megan brands. At this point, I finally got those coilovers out. Those old ones were really snapped. I don't know why I didn't have any like dust off or air can compressor or whatever you want to call those things to blow all that old rust and dirt out of there. But you know, I used what I had to use. Popped the new one in there. I had to pre-adjust it just a little bit so the spring can actually like reach the whole thing. And what I should have did was brace that control arm with another like jack stand to help bring it up, because I had to like lift it up myself. And also I will note that bolt on the right, the end link I believe that's called, yep, that I'm touching right now, that was a pain to get out. But once I got that out, that whole control arm, as you can see, was able to freely move, and I was able to pop that spring and coilover in there as well. So that really ended up helping me out a lot. I could not find any videos on, like, I guess the end link, taking that off. That wasn't suggested in a lot of the videos I watched, which is one of the reasons why I decided to make this video. So you see I brought the, I think that was the PB penetration oil, to go ahead and
clean off those old screws before I put them back in. I did that to all of them. I really recommend that if you're going to reuse the bolts. Or you could just get new hardware altogether if you know the sizes in millimeters, which I did. I just didn't think about ordering new hardware, and I thought the coilovers would have came with new hardware, but they only did for the end link bars in the front, for the front, I think they're called. But yeah, I kind of skipped over putting this last one in because it was pretty easy. I put the 214 mils in at the top there, which you can definitely see that I'm scraping on my inside wheel well there with the inside of my rim. So I'm gonna have to order spacers. I have spacers for my front rims, so I'll try to get another video of like the whole car and a better detailed video on it. But yeah, I have spacers in the front, but not in the back. So I'm gonna order some spacers soon for the back to try to get that to not scrape, because after a couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure my coilover is going to be scraped on the inside there as well, because the last ones were as well. But yeah, I'm explaining that end link right there. Definitely recommend that you guys replace that end link when you do the coilovers. Unfortunately, mine didn't come with new end links, so I'm just going to order new ones and end up replacing those later down the road, because they were really rusted and it would just help with the ride. I'm assuming. I'm not confirming that, because don't know everything about cars yet, which is why we're learning, baby. You know, we're learning. But yeah, I'm just explaining what I did. The coilover, I had to adjust that one as well to kind of reach. I did adjust the dampening on them as well, because you have to drive on those for a couple miles to just kind of break those in. And then I did end up backing down the hardening on the dampening, so I kind of went a little bit softer. But yeah, I did like the color of them. It matches with the Brembo, it matches with the car. Definitely gonna wrap it in the future though, which is gonna be cool. But we're gonna jump over to showing you what the previous coilovers looked like.
Okay, so excuse all the leaves in my garage, need to clean it out. So okay, we got the old end link bars here. These weren't beat up. As you can tell, that little corner was bent, and a little bit of this one is bent. Not too bad. This was my issue. You see how this was the driver's side, or the passenger side, sorry. This was the driver's side. Can someone explain to me how this one's compressed like that much and this one's barely even compressed? They're just overall, I mean, they were stance. These ones, I don't know, whoever had this car before just demolished this thing, man. But these are definitely need to be changed, because this ride was so sketchy. Been riding like this for a year, believe it or not, which is shocking to me, because like, what the hell? So these are the front springs. Let me show you the back, the one I just changed. So boom, just changed this. Well, you might ask, what's the problem? Well, this is completely snapped off. I took it out like this, guys. Sketchy. So this was just sitting in the bottom, and then this was on top. So essentially it was like this, but it was fucking snapped, as you can see. I do not know how I made it a year like this, because it I don't know, that's just really sketchy. The fact that this whole thing broke, and this ain't no thin little piece of freaking rod either. This is pretty thick metal. The fact that this spring broke, I hope it didn't break while I was driving it. But then again, like I said, this car had a lot of issues when I got it, so I'm building it back up. But essentially, that's what we had in the past. And we got the new one back on there. We'll go ahead and just show y'all with that. Just the quality difference. Just look at that. Just way better quality. Looks nice. I'm so happy the fact that I'm doing this now, because we are going to be riding so smooth now. I mean, I'm assuming so. New coils, new shocks, you got to be riding somewhat smooth. Even though, yes, they're Megan Racing. I'm not really too familiar with Megan Racing. Everyone tells me they're good, though. I originally wanted BC coilovers, but I decided to go with some Megans just to try it. Plus, I like the red that they had on here. It kind of matched the car, but that is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and move over to the next side. I already have the tire off over here. This one, still the original. You can see all the bushings all jacked up. There's the coil down there. I don't want to say that that one looks broke too down there, because it kind of does, but that would be some shit if it was both broke, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and start undoing this one, move the tent over to get some shade because it is hot today. So yeah, we'll be right back, get you guys set up, and then we'll start ripping this one out. All right guys, we're back. Sorry I didn't get most of that. It's really not much to go over other than, sorry, let me get settled. All right, other than taking off these two, I believe these were 17s. And then you take off the 19s down here, this one and this one. You may have to undo that one as well. That was also, I think that was a 14 mil. So you just drop that one, or you can loosen it if you want. I just took it all the way out, just gave me more play. And then this whole thing should loosen a little bit. This you should be able to move up and down a little bit. I did have to adjust the spring so I can get the whole line back up because it was a little lower. Not too bad though, just a couple twists. But yep, got that all in there. All the old stuff is out, both sides. So we're gonna go ahead and slap the rims on there, and we'll see what it looks like once we get the rims on. Here's the other side. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with these, man. Pretty happy with these. All right, we're gonna slap the tires on, see what it looks like.
So after putting those on, I went for a little cruise to adjust the dampeners, and I wasn't really sure on where I wanted to set them at for the first time, so I went a little high on the hardening. I think I have 33 settings of dampening on these coilovers, which is really cool. But yeah, I was able to get my finger space of wheel gap in between the wheel well there, which is perfect. So on my first try of installing coilovers, wasn't expecting to get perfectly on the first try, but overall, I'm really excited how this came out for my first time. Let me know what you guys think down below. Stay tuned for the next video, and we're gonna keep it rolling, guys.